come to terms with misery. We'll all die anyway. No matter how you thought you'd end, was it nothing? I don't care. Now looking back on my mistakes, I'll make them all over again. We still live for, this is our war. What was lost, but that's what was for. No confusing when no such thing as a free time. I know too well the dusty ground. Meaning when I say you and make a stand. I'm meaning when I say dying of the day.
Welcome back to the Wrestling Empire Originals Network. We are back with a new episode of Forever, and we are officially one show away from the biggest event in all wrestling, the biggest event in Wrestling Empire. Tonight we have a double main event, kickstarting things off with the Dream Breakers versus the Mad Dominion in the semi-finals. The winners are going to face Kevin Noor and Roderick, and in the finals, and the winners in that match will go ahead and face the team of Xavier Strong and Alex Wilson, the golden era for the tag team titles at COLLAPSAR 5. The tag team division has been on fire since the road to COLLAPSAR started. We were told hours ago that the Mad Dominion is now signed to Forever. They have been the fastest rising tag team. They were tag team champions in Federation Online. They actually recently relinquished their tag team titles after signing the contract. And they're now here facing the best of the best, facing teams like the Dream Breakers, the longest tenured tag team in the Empire. The Dream Breakers made their debut here in Forever against the first faction ever in Wrestling Empire, the corporate ladder. When it comes to tag team wrestling, you can't leave these two out of the conversation. And here we go, the Dream Breakers versus the Mad Dominion in the semifinals. The winners go to face Roderick and at the Go Home show. Roderick and Kevin Noor, DLW. At the Go Home show, the winners of that match will face Alex Wilson and Xavier Strong, the golden era for the tag team titles of COLLAPSAR 5. And this is a very interesting setup. Terry Rax in the ring in purple, and Ryan Staples in red. This is a very interesting setup that we have. I want to bring up the fact that the Mad Dominion have been recognized in the Empire as the fastest rising tag team since the Dream Breakers. And what is this? Oh my goodness! Vertebreaker. They have been recognized as the fastest tag team, rising tag team since the Dream Breakers. And the Dream Breakers debuted almost 10 years ago. So imagine how big of a deal Mad Dominion are in this setup. They are facing the best tag team in all Empire. And if they win here, oh look at that, I don't know what to call that. If they win here, it would mean so much in their tag team career. What are they going for here? And this is why the Dream Breakers are the best tag team in Wrestling Empire. This is why they're basically put up as the creators. There's nothing in tag team wrestling that the Mad Dominion can do that the Dream Breakers haven't done before. And look at this. You could see where Mad Dominion takes their inspiration. They mentioned that they had an interview before this match. And what is this? They had an interview before this match talking about how the Dream Breakers inspired them and how beating them, or how this setup all in all. Look, this is what I mean. Dream Breakers showing them how it's done, showing the Mad Dominion that there's nothing that they can do that they can't do. The Mad Dominion mentioned in an interview that their setup is more of the passing of the torch. And what is this one? Oh goodness. You see, there's a passing of the torch, but they won't take it as is if they don't pick up a win in this one. And in the ring is Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude is called the tank of Mad Dominion. When he comes in, you just know he's the big gun. Terry Rex normally plants the seeds. And when Jean-Claude comes in, he just shoots. He comes in and shoots. And this is what I mean. Oh my goodness. What a headbutt. And Terry Rex out of nowhere with that senton. And look, Terry Rex just now they're in full control, and Ryan is bleeding. He's just bleeding. And oh my goodness! Out of nowhere, Bad Dream comes in to save Ryan Staples, but he's caught with that wing. It was effective because it got Ryan Staples out of the situation. He is bloodied, covered in blood, and goes in for the tag. And now this is where they take control. One, oh my goodness, save. That was close. That was so close. But what is this? What is this? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Mad Dominion just beat the Dream Breakers. I can't believe my eyes. And look at this replay. I thought it was over here. It was supposed to be over. And the tank coming in to save just one. I don't know. That was 2.999. And look how this went. The Mad Dominion beat the creators of tag team wrestling, the Dream Breakers, and I can't believe it. This is what we're dealing with in the finals at the Go Home Show, DLW versus Mad Dominion. In the finals, two of the fastest rising tag teams in the business right now. Only one of them is making it to COLLAPSAR. And speaking of COLLAPSAR, we have a huge one, title versus career. Sexy Jazz defending his championship against Jesper Russo, who has put his career on the line. And here we have Jesper Russo, #1 contender for the world title. He beat Lou Stormer last show, and he has a match at COLLAPSAR, first main event ever. And here we have Sexy Jazz, our forever world champion, beat Jonathan Cash a couple of weeks ago. Undefeated as we speak, he faces an old rival at COLLAPSAR 5 for that title.
Jesse, the last time we spoke, I told you had you waited a little bit longer to return, you would have found me as world champion. But the truth is, I'm glad you got to it first. Because now I get to rewrite history. In a match you asked for 5 years ago, Wrestling Empire Awards, right after you walked out to accept Best Match of the Year, which you had against me. A match I lost. A match that crowned you the face of the future. Well, now it's my future on the line. I've put my career up for that world championship not out of desperation, but because I've proven something you still haven't. I am what every superstar in this business fights to become. I have held every title except that one. never a world champion. But now I get to change that on the biggest stage against a man who once stood in my way.
Jasper Rousseau, the ultimate underdog. Let's get one thing straight. This moment isn't about you. You had yours 5 years ago and you choked. This is about me reminding the world that I'm still the best thing that ever happened to the Empire. I wanted this match to prove that what happened at the first Lord of the Ring wasn't luck, it was destiny. To remind you and everyone else why you'll always be the underdog, never the top dog. Never that guy. At COLLAPSAR 5, you don't rewrite history, you cement your legacy as a failure. You go out not as a champion, but as an embarrassment. And when it's over, Jasper, no one will remember the man who almost made it.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the face-off. It's been official. Sexy Jasper Russo, COLLAPSAR 5 main eventing title versus career. We haven't seen these two fights since the first Lord of the Ring tournament, which was 5 years ago. Moving from one title match, we get into another title match. Goliath, our inaugural forever hardcore champion, makes his in-ring debut, defending his championship against the one and only Toby Best. And there he is, Toby Best, one of the most reliable superstars you will ever find in this roster. Handpicked cornerstone of forever, handpicked by Casey Styles himself. And here we go, the match that I've been waiting for, Goliath versus Toby Best for the Forever Hardcore Championship. Oh my goodness. Everything goes in this match. As you can see, Toby Best, that's why Toby Best came out with the bat. Everything goes. It's hardcore rules. The furniture has been set. Everything is a weapon. The reason this match has got me excited, the reason is simply because Toby Best talked about how much everyone has been receiving opportunities heading to Collapse and how he has been watching and not standing up. And here we go. Almost. We almost ended it. Toby Best has been talking about how he hasn't stepped up and how he deserves to be in the conversation. He deserves to be at the biggest show in Wrestling Empire. He's the most reliable superstar. Why won't you want to see the most reliable superstar at the show of shows? Goliath, first Samoan champion we have here in the Wrestling Empire. He has been killing it in the independent scene. That's why he signed here. He's been killing it in the independent scene. Hardcore match after hardcore match, undefeated. His streak is dirty to nothing. Those bandages that you see around him, they cover a lot of scars. He has taken a lot, but still chooses violence, redefining violence wherever he goes. And Hurricane Runner forever has been about the future. The future is now. Goliath, only 27, has proved to be one of the toughest superstars we have right now. Up there with the other cornerstones. Samoan Spike, like Adrian Waters. And here it comes. That leg drop we saw in the vignettes. The one that has put down a lot of men. Goes through the table. This is why he lives this. He bleeds this. Toby Best wanting to show that he can hang. Wanting to let us know what the best in Toby Best means. The best there is. Best there will ever be. And here it is. Hurricane running into the table, into the steps. Now they're taking the fight to the barricade. I don't want that. You have to call it the most dangerous spot in forever. I don't like that spot. Oh my goodness. This match is starting to sink in. Toby Best knows what he's dealing with. Goliath knows what he's dealing with, knows the scene of forever, how it's looking, and here he goes for the pain. And is it gonna be it? Almost. And oh, chokeslam on the chair. My head hurts just from seeing that. And oh my goodness. Oh, I don't like this spot. I don't like this. Oh my goodness. Look at that leg drop. This is what we saw in the vignettes, and we didn't think it was real. We didn't think it was possible. We thought it was over. I thought it was edited. As real as this sport gets, I thought I wasn't gonna say this in forever. But we are saying it all. It's COLLAPSAR season. We are gonna say it all. Big boot to the face. Samoan drop. And it seems like he's not done. He's going for the Samoan spike. And look at the scars Toby Best has. Goliath did mention that this title doesn't care who you are. It just wants to see you bleed. And what a finisher. It's over. It's over. It's a kick out. How is Toby Best still alive? What a heart. And look at this. I don't like this one bit. Oh my goodness. It has to be over. It has to be over. It is over. Wow. And still, you're forever hardcore champion. Look at this. The kick to the face. And I can imagine the damage because Toby Best was holding the board. And one last Samoan spike for good measure. He took all of that. Back to back to back. It had to be over at some point. And what is this that I'm hearing? Oh my goodness. Scott! Boom! The man who introduced Lou Stormer into the Forever era is here. Holy sh!
You already lost an eye, and you still aimed for my life. You should have stayed blind to the past. Now I'm a nightmare you will never see coming. This is not vengeance. This is a death wish. This is not vengeance. This is a death wish. This is not vengeance. This is a death